Hi, I'm Emily Gamley, a first year student in a new course in DCU called Global Challenges. Well, I'll jump straight into it. If you have any questions, you can be firing away in the chat box as we go along, and I'll answer them all at the end. Uh, so Global Challenges is a new course in DCU, and it's brings together both the teachings of the School of Electronic Engineering and the School of Law and Government. A common question we get of aspiring engineers is this course solely engineering? And the answer is no. It's a Bachelor's of Science, not solely a Bachelor of Engineering. However, you'll be doing a lot of engineering as a part of this course. We use the exact same lab books as the engineers do, such as Make Electronics 3rd edition and Exploring Arduino 2nd edition to make circuits with in our labs. So our course is structured using flows and asks. Here's a list of our first year ones. However, they're different each year, I believe. Flows are facilitating learning opportunities. As the name suggests, are where all the learning happens. You're given the knowledge needed to complete your assignments in the asks. For example, a literature review. For our first year, based on what I've learned so far, you can expect to learn about functions and calculus in datas and mathematics of change. What is and isn't science? What is and isn't a research question? Types of reasoning and different kinds of research and interest research. Global development and history, the factors affecting it, and sustainable development based on the UN Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, in politics and global development. Project planning and management. In project planning and management, there's no real better way I can put that. In intro to research, intro to global challenges, it's split. Half the class is electronic engineering and half the class is social sciences, like in time-wise. So we like debate, should we try solve poverty with this engineering solution, or should we do it with this social science one, like poverty with microfinance? And we learned that these problems, like the UN SDGs are trying to achieve, are wicked problems, which means they're like dynamic and ever-changing. So it's a lot more complicated than meets the eye. Like there's never kind of just a solid solution for one thing, you know what I mean? And in sustainable technologies, we learn how to make circuits, the physics fundamentals, such as like torques, moments of force. You'll know all these terms if you've studied physics. And we learn about the equipment we use in our labs, such as capacitors in the labs of our sustainable technologies. In the asks, are just, you're given assignments and which are designed to assess and further your leadership, project planning and research skills, which are just some of the key skills mentioned at the bottom of the screen. And in exploring and defining problems, we had to explore a research question that asked how factors such as geolocation and colonization affect the current GDP of per capita of a given country. In shaping global leaders, we have to complete reflections on our experience with like work we complete, like our group work or individual work often. And we're hosting one of our assignments is to host an event at the Spring Open Day at DCU, so please attend that. It's on April Fools. It's last year's on from 10 to 2, so it should be the same this year. And we'll be bringing sustainability to DCU in a fun way, hopefully. I can't spoil too much though. So yeah, it would be great if you're interested in global challenges, if you know any of your friends that are, please do attend, bring them along. In the art of science and solution design, we had to explore a policy problem based on a UN SDG in groups, and we'll continue to delve further into it until we complete a full report on it at the end of year one. In creating impact in a changing world, we had to complete a literature review, meaning we just had to craft a research question, kind of using the skills we learned in intro to research. And we had a research question based on the UN SDG and explored further based on existing literature out there to kind of see a solution to the picked problem, what one fared the best. In exploring and enabling technologies and solutions, we had to complete a comprehensive lab report from our sustainable technologies flow. So another way how the flows and asks are connected. For incoming first years to global challenges, to understand when they're coming in. We had to do that in groups, and we had to do an ecological footprint as well as part of this ask individually. An ecological footprint investigation. Lastly, in global challenges and practice, we had to bring sustainable innovation to a rural village in India. And this upcoming semester, we'll be doing a simulation similar to Model UN, if any of you are familiar with it. So we have to pretend to be a representative of a country, and yeah, we have to debate climate action, our carbon budgets, what goals we should be setting and stuff. As part of this course is DCU's Futures course, so you have the option to study all the languages here listed. So that's great if you're a language lover. In third year, there's a 9-month long intro work placement. As you may know, you need a H5 or O2 in maths to get into this course, and the minimum points set this year was 413. The leading search subjects that will aid you in this course is physics. Physics is the big one. Will definitely aid you probably the most because it's so tied into the sustainable technologies and kind of the engineering aspect of the course. And I just included chemistry and applied maths there because they kind of tie into physics as well. I think you'd fare well if you did either. Engineering or technology, these tie in well with the labs of the sustainable technologies flow, because we'll be making circuits and all that. Maths, it'll be good if you had, it's obviously an entry requirement, but so it'd be good if you had an interest in it or a good grasp on it coming in. But the maths isn't entirely difficult, it's just functions and calculus so far this year. Geography, you'll be familiar if you have studied geography with terms like sustainable development and stuff like that we study in politics and global development, or GDP and stuff, and how just sustainable development in general, or development in regions, how they affect people. Might also tie in with kind of economics and kind of businessy subjects. You might be familiar with those terms there too, but I just didn't include that here because I was it's not really a business course per se. Like I said earlier, it's a sciences. You'll get a Bachelor of Sciences in it. And then these are the languages you can study as a part of this course. They're optional though. Career path, where this course take me. So this course, because it's multiple different, it's social sciences and engineering, you'll be a generalist at the end of it, which means you're competent in more than one sector or area. So there are a variety of jobs you can take on after this course. Actually, it's said to us often that we are the employees needed for the future because you can't, you can. So engineers and social sciences, for like a topic like climate change. Like someone might just be building a windmill, but someone might have the knowledge of like how that affects a given community, and then like they they never intertwine. So that's kind of where we come in. Um, you can also choose to specialise in either engineering or social sciences with a master's degree after this course. I know a few people are thinking of that already. If you lean more towards either sector, and there's the list of all the careers. I just took this from the DCU Global Challenges, the Global Challenges section on the DCU website. Uh, yeah, all the different jobs you can get with different sectors. As for hours spent in lectures, there's quite a few. Like it's quite a full on course, but like you might be looking at those hours and be like, oh god. But I say scheduled, as oftentimes once an assignment has been given and ask, the lecturers give you that class time to work on the assignment. You don't like, yeah, it might not always be like 20 hours. You know, it might be less. And the weekly labs are 3 hours long, and you're like, why would I need to be doing anything for 3 hours long? But they actually making the circuit boards take a lot of time and writing up your lab reports and stuff. And but they're fully flexible either. If you're done early, or if you've already done engineering or technology and you kind of fly through them, yeah, you can leave whenever. Um, and lectures are usually 1 to 2 hours long. Just depends. Um, I put global challenges as my first choice in CAO because I was looking for a course that did not only create or implement solutions to problems we see in the world, but consider how these solutions affect a given community. Therefore, we can come to the best solution, the most effective solution for all. Yeah, basically. Um, it's quite a small course. The people are lovely. Everyone's lovely here at DCU. I really enjoyed the talk on it on DCU's Open Day. In the CAO handbook, it caught my eye. It didn't require higher level maths, which is a great plus for me. And yeah, there's so many benefits to coming to DCU. I think like it's like real close to the city centre. You have your independence. There's a great record of employment here after college. Um, there's great clubs and societies. Yeah, everyone says, oh yeah, and there's a good like sense of community because it's not quite. It's like it's a big college, I suppose, but it's quite small in like student numbers, so you kind of know everybody pretty quickly. um, and these are just kind of general things I was asked to include. Uh, so managing studying, having a good time. So at the start, I would say attend as many events, like freshers events, as you can, because the workload will get heavier as you go on. This is how I met like all my friends personally here. Dedicate time to get specific work done. Oh yeah, self-fault style. So like break your assignments down into smaller chunks and then set deadlines for each like thing. So like, okay, I'm gonna get my research done, all my research papers looked up by Wednesday. And then by Friday, I'm going to do the first heading of the assignment or something like that. And then, yeah, it'll just make you keep track of, keep you on top of things, basically, without overwhelming you. So you're not like studying, like, or like doing it all like the night before at like 2 a.m. In general, take a break during your break and socialize. This is a great way to have a good time while you're here, and will just like work yourself to the bone 24/7. And yeah, course specific, engage in your flows. Yeah, there's not a lot of study to be done necessarily with this course because they don't give you tests unless they know you're not like engaging in the flows and understanding. So I would say, yeah, independently study and you will be fine and it won't pile up. Yeah. Aiming high and what otherwise, yeah, it's a continuous assessment with the assignments. Um, yeah, engaging in your lectures is another great way to aim high and had to ask so many questions. Make sure like you're totally clear on what you're doing with your assignments. Um, yeah, like rubrics are just like an examiner's kind of sheet, like that they'll mark you exactly on. And oftentimes our lecturers give us those. Like they'll say like include this, include this, include this. Like this is what a good assignment looks like. This is what like a bad one looks like, or like you know what I mean. This is what a middling one looks like. So if you hit all those points of what a really good assignment looks like, you'll be fine. You'll do really well. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, set false deadlines for yourselves is best, and break your assignments into smallest chunks are the best advice I can give you. Like false deadlines, as in like, okay, this has to be done by Wednesday. You know what I mean? And stick to, yes, I said that. Stick to your rubric precisely. Oh yeah, and if you ever are struggling, it's a really small course. Our lecturers are super friendly, and they're always receptive to feedback. So if you are struggling to meet a deadline, or you feel like everyone in the class is, you can just go to your class reps, express that issue, and then they will go to the lecturers and say, "Hey, I think we need an extension on this." So you'll be absolutely fine. um, Thank you for listening. That's all. If uh, you have any questions, yeah, it's a full time program. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. Because it is like quite a few hours a week. Like, yeah, like it's last semester it was Monday to Friday, and this semester um they took our feedback on board, like saying like that maybe could we condense it a little bit, like have, because we had big breaks when it was Monday to Friday, but now it's Tuesday to Thursday, but they just like squashed everything into those days. Like we have like kind of 9 to 5, and then an hour break in between. But yeah, it's literally only 16 of us, and that's me included. Like super small course, but that's lovely because like we're all like besties. You know what I mean, like we're not mixed. We're never mixed in with like I know other people in different courses. They're like they have their little classes, but then they're thrown into big lectures of like 300 sometimes. But we don't have that. It's just always us. Yeah. So I hope to see you at DCU, and at that spring open day event, April Fools. Write it in your calendars. um, because yeah, we need to measure our impact of the event. So the more people we can impact, I suppose, like the more people attend, better off our data will be. Maybe our rush parts, like the languages listed were Spanish, French, German, Japanese, Chinese, Arabic, or Russian. Um, the careers were in the project planning and management sectors, and of course sustainability. There's one in healthcare. We study healthcare in 4th year. Yeah, I hope you're able to like access the slides later.